Development goals that seem the most important to us in this context. Number 6. Clean water and sanitation. Worldwide, 1 in 3 people don't have access to safe drinking water. 25 people don't have a basic facility for washing their hands with soap and water. And more than 673 million people still defecate in the air free. The COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the vital importance of sanitation, hygiene, and adequate access to clean water to prevent and contain disease. Hand hygiene saves lives. According to the World Health Organization, hand washing is one of the most effective actions that can be taken to reduce the spread of pathogens and prevent infections, including the COVID-19 virus. Still, there are billions of people who lack access to safe water and sanitation, and funds are insufficient. Some of the goals of this objective are: first, by 2013 achieve universal and equitable access to safe drinking water at an affordable price for all. Second, by 2013 achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene services for all and end open defecation, paying social attention to the needs of women and girls and people in vulnerable situations. 3. By 2013, improve water quality by reducing pollution, eliminating dumping, and minimizing the emission of chemicals and hazardous materials, reducing the percentage of untreated water by half and significantly increasing recycling and reuse. Number 8. Decent work and economic growth. Inclusive and sustained economic growth can drive progress, create decent jobs for all, and improve living standards. COVID-19 has altered billions of lives and endangered the global economy. The International Monetary Fund foresees a global recession as bad or worse than that of 29. As job losses intensify, the International Labour Organization estimates that about half of all workers worldwide are found at risk of losing their livelihoods. Today, the economic and financial shocks stemming from COVID-19, such as disruptions in industrial production, falling commodity prices, financial market volatility, and increased insecurity, are disrupting the economy, already tepid economic growth, and worsening the accentuated risk of other factors. Some of the goals of this objective are: first, maintain per capita economic growth in accordance with national circumstances and, in particular, gross domestic product growth of at least 7% per year in the least developed countries. Second, achieve higher levels of economic productivity through diversification, technological upgrading, and innovation, including by focusing on high value-added and labor-intensive sectors. Third, promote development-oriented policies that support productive activities, the creation of decent jobs, entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation, and encourage the formalization and growth of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, including through access to financial services. Number 13. Climate action. Climate change is affecting all countries on all continents. It's disrupting national economies and affecting different lives. Water systems are changing, sea levels are rising, and weather events are becoming increasingly extreme. Once the global economy begins to recover from the pandemic, emissions are expected to return to higher levels. Urgent action is needed to address both the pandemic and the climate emergency in order to save lives and livelihoods. As countries focus on rebuilding their economies after COVID-19, recovery plans can shape the 21st century economy to be clean, green, healthy, safe, and more resilient. The current crisis is an opportunity to carry out a profound and systemic shift towards a more sustainable economy that works for both people and the planet. The United Nations Secretary General has proposed 6 climate-friendly measures that governments can take once they dedicate themselves to rebuilding their economies and societies. First, green transition. Investments must accelerate the decarbonization of all aspects of our economy. Second, green jobs and sustainable and inclusive growth. Third, green economy, making societies and people more resilient through a just transition for all and leaving no one behind. Fourth, invest in sustainable solutions, fossil fuel subsidies must disappear and polluters must pay for their pollution.
From the perspective of the different needs that the world has, we call propose an idea where those that for us are the most important ODS to combat difference of the planet merger. This idea basically is to create an organization that is a chair of getting different worldwide among this is the support of the different governments is something similar to an ONG, but this will be in charge of receiving, preventing, and taking care of the natural resources that the world has by giving work to those who need it, so that while that provide us with our help by doing the necessary work to take care of the change, making the world not only at the cultural level. Initially, we would think of getting a job bank with different alliances of platforms worldwide and foundations, so that we can achieve the task that is to research every corner of the planet, providing to help to care for our planet. This is how we began creating alliances with the governments and companies that are interested in the care and prevention of fossil natural risks. These alliances that play the most important role is the management science strong. This we will be able to different activities, such as that dissemination of the importance of caring for the planet and the natural resources that the nature offers us field work, such as the cultivation of different trees and plants that help the planet work, and we will more life the everyone another of the possibility tasks that our workers could perform worldwide. It's cleaning different drivers, seas and hybrid areas, important for all areas where for consumption of the natural water source. This is how we give importance not only to the ODS that we mentioned our presentation, but also different ODS that are going to be seen involving along the way.
I believe that in order to support the care of the environment from my profession and also to collaborate with the economic growth, we can encourage create business ideas or companies that young people have or to who are part of the sector has a professional in international business. My ideal is to collaborate in giving jobs to those who are really looking for work. Now, from the social part, I believe that each one of us can support local initiatives for the development of the ODS, in which community participation is allowed. In a personal way, we can begin to take care of the environment with simple action.
How can I contribute to the development of the three SDGs? Profession. Professionally, I can contribute to the generation of employment that benefits many people and that promotes the development of skills and also contributes to the growth of the economy at a national and global level. Social. I can promote a campaign with my social circle to participate in activities focused on climate change and preserving our ecosystem in order to help reduce pollution. We can promote tree planting and other activities that are conducive and convenient. Personal. From my home, I can promote water conservation, advising my family not to waste water, close the tap when it's not being used, not take too long in the shower, and don't waste water when washing dishes or washing floors. I believe that from home you can start to make the change, and thus to work in the same way in environments in which I developed, such as my university and my workplace.
The ODS are one of the most important objectives so that everything works according to the different parameters of human and natural risks that exist today. Year after year, we see that there have been a great change around the condition which we have to live, where these indicators play a supremely important role that help us to prevent and ensure the care and emergence of our ecosystem. Mainly, I believe that these are essential for the world to function.
And Sustainable Development Goals. In Asia, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, is which the Asian region has shown the best performance, is the three: good health and well-being, which may partly explain to the relative success on the reducing the impact to the COVID-19, although big challenges remain, such as providing acute health care to the workplace or reducing temperature death. Strategy human well-being have the capabilities address people's capabilities to make life choices, which crucial depend on health, education, and life free to the poverty. The role of law and the quality institution that underpin peaceful society are also vital elements. The 4,000 million people in Asia region live in extreme poverty, and the 1.2 billion people live very close to the poverty line have been particularly affected to the COVID-19 crisis. The poorest population are most affected to the pandemic on the multiple levels, and the importance of social safety nets and effective target has been brought to the before, together with the objective year in which the greatest achievements have been registered in Objective 9, which the proposed building resilience infrastructure, promoting sustainable industrialization and fostering innovation, South Asia works well and promoting sustainable industry and innovation, with most people living in sites, promoting sustainable urban and peri-urban development, and is more urgent than ever. Some 2.3 billion people, that majority of the Asian region population, live in cities. The future expected rise to the more 2.8 billion and 3.5 billion in 2030 and 2015, respectively. This pace of the urbanization meant that the region is the equivalent of 4 Tokyo science seats to its urban population every year. The urban agglomeration presents growing and competent health risks related to air pollution and communicable disease, reflecting in part to the lack of balance between natural and human systems, and humans' access to the basic infrastructure and essential services.